Good evening, Bahamas. You're tuned in to NB12, broadcasting from Cable 12 Studios on Robinson Road. Coming up tonight in news. Some residents of the Fowler Street area say they're living in fear following several recent shootings in the area. Police patrol the community in response to those incidents. The state minister explains cabinet minister salaries as debate on the upcoming budget closes, and Cuba's perspective on oil exploration. We've got those stories and so much more coming up. I'm Paige McCartney, and NB12 starts right now. Welcome once again to NB12. Residents of Fowler Street are outraged after two teenagers were gunned down in that community last evening. Wednesday's double shooting comes just over a month after a 25-year-old mother of three was shot on that same street and left for dead. Residents believe the same people are responsible for these recent shootings. They say a number of young men who once hung out together now seem to be at war. Vonique Toot has more.
An 18-year-old male and his 15-year-old girlfriend were rushed to hospital last evening after being shot here on Fowler Street at around 6:43 p.m. It's just the latest in a string of shootings to be reported here in this close-knit community. Residents say they're so terrified it's hard to sleep at night.
Yesterday they were shooting this children was in the road. My son liked to be outside playing in the road. What you trying to tell me? The children can't play no more? The children can't. They shooting big broad daylight.
Well, in an environment like this, you have to keep them in the house because you don't know when the bullet's coming. So this is a lockdown area. This is like in jail. We in maximum.
Santira Smith says she was sitting in the front room of her mother's Fowler Street home last evening when she heard multiple gunshots being fired and saw men running in the street. She remembers hobbling outside on her crutches, where she discovered that two of her neighbors had been shot. Police say the 18-year-old male is in stable condition. The 15-year-old girl who was shot in the arm was treated in hospital, then discharged. Her grandmother was outraged but declined an on-camera interview out of fear that the shooters would return. As if that weren't bad enough, Smith says someone set her brother's car on fire at around 4 this morning.
We in our bed, we hear this brum. When you see the brum, like, the house get very smoky. Very smoky. Come to find out, my brother's car right here was on fire. The car was on fire. I hear my mommy saying, get water, get water. Get the water out the car, get some water, get some water.
Smith also knows what it's like to look down the barrel of a gun. Gunmen allegedly shot the 25-year-old mother of three 6 times last month as she was walking along Fowler Street.
They was like telling me, tell my brother this or tell my brother that and whatever else. After they tell me, tell my brother this or whatever, I just exchanged words with them. That's when they bust a shot. The gun stuck. First the gun stuck, and the numerous a shot just started busting and whatever. So when I put up my hand, that's why I get this, trying to block my face from getting shooting my face. And the pellets was like hot, way they shooting it, like burning the ground and it burning on my skin and whatever. So I raised up my foot. When I raise up my foot, that's how I get this shot.
The young mom says she spent weeks in hospital recovering from gunshot wounds to the stomach, leg, hand, and back. Sitting on her mother's front porch wearing a lag cast, she fought back tears as she explained that she's not yet strong enough to provide for her 3 children, ages 9, 6, and 4.
I'm only looking for some justice or whatever else. I just go to bed. I ain't sleep from this incident happened. I get 3 young children. I ain't sleeping. I don't know how it is to sleep. You take and rest in the day just trying to comfort yourself, but the pain is very hectic. I just, try and make it through the day as they go by or whatever else. But I sent a letter, the Green Slade, my auntie write one letter, and I signed the letter, and she get the information from me, and we write the letter, and she drop it by his office. I ain't getting no contact with him yet. I don't know if he get my letter or whatever else, but I really need to see him. I can. I don't know where to turn. I cry every day.
Police say they are investigating Wednesday's double shooting, but residents of Fowler Street say that's not good enough. They want authorities to arrest those responsible before someone else is injured or, worst, killed. Reporting for NB12, I'm Vonique Tude.
While police were busy investigating those shooting incidents, work is being done to remove the opportunity for crime in that community. Our Charisma Robinson has more.
Police taking an aggressive approach to cut down on crime in the Fowler Street area through Urban Renewal 2.0. Today, they began with clearing down a number of structures and abandoned houses in the area.
Head of Urban Renewal, Superintendent Stephen Dean and his team have been canvassing the area to identify abandoned houses or structures where suspects in this high-crime area tend to hang out or conduct business. He told reporters today that what they are essentially doing is bringing about the true essence of urban renewal as a complement to their crime-fighting strategies.
This is an area we have had sporadic shootings. People have been injured, and there's no way we're going to allow criminal elements to take over our communities. We have to find a way to work with residents. That's what we are doing today to restore our communities. Mothers, elderly persons continue to hear the gunshots in the nighttime. Urban Renewal, with officers on the ground, will address this.
As they walked through Fowler Street today, officers gathered information that they believe would help them in their efforts to remove the opportunity for crime.
If we can remove the opportunity for crime, we believe that will minimize, improve the surroundings of our community, where we are taking those abandoned places where we get direct intelligence that criminal elements, they hide out there to smoke drugs, to hide stolen goods, and to prey on young women who might be passing. Research have indicated that environments, if your environment is clean, it tends to promote a better way of thinking, clarity of thought. People feel good about themselves. I think the feel-good spirit, that people have this proud Bahamian spirit, that's what we are trying to do, restore these places. And that in some cases will be green spaces, in some cases we replace them with homes. And I think that's the whole intent of urban renewal.
Local companies within the community have been contracted to conduct the work, providing jobs for residents. Resident Vanessa Woodside says it was refreshing to see some of the cleanup that has been going on.
I'm very proud of the new government. I'm very proud of what they're doing with the urban renewal. I'm so proud that the police is here, because with the police present, we get a silent treatment. So I'm glad the police is going to be walking around and checking these areas. I'm very glad.
Moving forward, Dean says police will remain in the community. He says they will work with residents to create community associations, crime watch programs, and programs for young people. Reporting for NB12, I'm Charisma Robinson.
While over on Lewis Street today, officers from the Bainstown and Grantstown Urban Renewal Project were busy overseeing roof repairs at that community's government senior citizens home. Inspector Anthony Brown.
On our walkabout yesterday, we have canvassed the area and came upon this senior citizen home, which is government complex, and we came upon a number of infractions to the home. And as a result of the infractions that we found yesterday, we decided to come in today and fix the roof. The roof was leaking very bad, and as time goes on, there are a number of things that we're gonna look at, making sure water is coming to the establishment, providing security for the area.
93-year-old Lean Poiter, who's been living in the home for 60 years, says it has not been easy living there, but she's happy to see that some much-needed repairs are now being done.
I'm proud of them. They're my children. I feel good.
About 8 senior citizens reside in the home. While police today released the identity of a man they want to question in connection with the tragic Glory Time disaster Sunday night. 52-year-old Chancellor Baptiste of Sandbank Treasure Key, Abaco, is described as standing 5 feet 10 inches tall. Police say he's bald with a medium build and brown complexion. On Sunday, the Glory Time vessel left Abaco en route to the United States with 28 people on board when an engine failure caused it to capsize, according to police, who said 7 people were able to escape while 11 people, including 5 children, were found dead in the boat. 10 people are still unaccounted for, but are fared dead. According to Minister of National Security Dr. Bernard Nottage, the passengers paid $5,000 each for a trip on the 25-foot vessel. Police are now on the hunt for the captain of that boat. But this man, again, his name is Chancellor Baptiste, is wanted by police in connection with the incident, though we cannot say if police believe he was the captain of the vessel. If you know his whereabouts, contact Marsh Harbor Police at 367-2560, 367-3437, or your nearest police station.